What is up, squad? Today, we are going to be talking about finding your maintenance calories. This is going to help you hit your fitness goals, whether it's building muscle or losing body fat. You need a solid foundation with your nutrition, and more specifically, knowing your maintenance calories or your calorie balance is going to be essential to helping you get the specific results that you're after. Let's start with calories. Calories are a unit of energy, typically in food that we consume. So, your maintenance calories are the number of calories your body needs in order to maintain its current weight without gaining or losing. So, how do you find your maintenance calories? There's two different ways to do it. The easiest way is to use a total daily energy expenditure or TDEE calculator. This is going to estimate your maintenance calories based on your age, weight, height, and your activity level. Now, if you wanted to take it to the next level and get a true idea of what your maintenance calories are, this is when we get a little more advanced and start tracking your food. So paired with the TDEE calculator, you would then track your food intake for the next at least 2 weeks, and you can go up to 4 weeks. Once you have your total daily energy expenditure, you've found your maintenance calories. From here, you can adjust your calories either into a cut or deficit, eating fewer than your maintenance calories to lose body fat, or a bulk/surplus, which is when you're eating more to build muscle. Now that you know your maintenance calories, right? Hopefully you figured that out. The next step is determining your macronutrient breakdown. So how much protein, carbohydrates, and fats you should be eating on a daily basis. Mastering your macronutrient balance is completely different. Now that you know your maintenance calories, now we've got to determine the macronutrients. So just to break down each macronutrient, proteins, first off, essential for muscle repair and growth. So when you work out, it's that pre, post, and during the day meals that you have that protein that's going to help you keep the muscle that you already have and build more so you can blow the sleeves off your shirts just like me. Now, the recommendation for the squad is going to be 1 gram per pound of your body weight or ideal body weight. So if you're a 150-pound person, you're aiming for about 150 grams per day. The reason we're going with 1 gram is because the scientific number is 0.8. So if 0.8 is here, right, we go to 1 gram just so that you're right above the optimum level. So let's say back to our 150-pound person, if you only hit 120 grams, you're still over that threshold so that the protein that you're eating can be used properly. The difference between calories and protein is when you're tracking your food, your calories will be an average. Protein is very hard to be stored in the body, so it's very important that you're hitting your protein targets each and every single day. Next up is fats. And fats are crucial for hormone production, brain function, your joints, and your overall health. The recommendation is the squad is between 20 and 30% of your daily calorie intake. So once you find your maintenance calories, let's use 2,500 as an example, you would be aiming for about 55 and up to 83 grams of fat per day. Carbohydrates is the body's primary energy source, especially for high intensity or heavy workouts. Carbohydrates are used for your brain function to give you energy. If you ever had brain fog, it's usually because we're not getting enough carbohydrates into our body. Same thing with not having enough energy for your workouts. It's usually a lack of carbohydrates. The recommendation here is pretty simple. When you find your proteins and your fats, whatever calorie number remains, you're going to fill that in with your carbohydrates. So again, if you're at 2,500 calories, you figure out your proteins, figure out what your fats are, and then the rest of your food will come from your carbohydrates. But how does that translate, right? Fat to calories, protein to calories, or carbohydrates to calories. Keeping it super simple, your proteins are 4 calories per gram. Per gram. So 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So your proteins and carbs are 4 calories per gram. Your healthy fats are 9 calories per gram. So make sure you're paying attention to that as well. Our entire breakdown for this example person, they're 150 pounds. When they went and found their maintenance calories, they discovered it was 2,500. So you're getting about 150 grams from your protein. That's about 600 calories. Your fats are going to be about 80 grams, keeping them on the higher end. That's about 720 calories from fats. Now, to find your carbohydrates, you would take your total number, subtract your protein, 600, subtract your fats, 720, and you're left with 1,180 calories. Now, you would break that down by dividing that number by 4, and you would get 295 grams of carbohydrates. Unless you have a condition, your carbohydrates should be at a minimum above 150. So you found your calories. You know what your maintenance, your macronutrient breakdown needs to be. But even with a solid plan, a lot of people struggle trying to be consistent with their nutrition goals. So I'm going to address some of the most common struggles that I've experienced or I've heard from other people and how to overcome them so that we can eliminate the excuses. Number one is not eating enough protein. The struggle is that many people find it difficult to eat enough protein, especially if you have a busy schedule or if you don't plan your meals out. The solution, first off, super simple, meal prepping. Preparing high protein meals in advance, like chicken breast, if you're vegan, tofu, eggs, lean beef, you can have pork. There's a list of things that you can have. But prepping those meals out in advance, preparing your proteins in advance will help you stay on track with your goals. Because again, the body does not store protein as well as it does overall calories. Your body is not going to use the protein that you have efficiently if you're not getting enough in. Next thing that you can do is a protein supplement. So once you fill up your meals with whole, minimally processed foods, if you're still having trouble getting in your protein, you can start supplementing with a protein shake, with protein bars, right? Or even snacks that are high in protein, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, mixed nuts. Those are all really good protein sources that are going to help you stay on track and supplement the numbers that you're trying to hit. The second challenge that people face is over or under eating your calories. Now, without tracking your calories, it's easy to overeat, which is going to lead to fat gain, or undereat, which is going to lead to muscle loss and fat gain. So the solution is going to be tracking your calories. If you're in the squad, I recommend the Chronometer app because it's a simple way to track your calories. And besides MyFitnessPal, it actually gives you the scanner for free. So you can pull up the barcode scanner and scan barcodes to log your meals and stay within your target calorie and protein range. Another thing that you can do to make sure that you're not over or under eating your calories is to pre-portion your meals out. So controlling your portion sizes by pre-measuring your food, especially calorie-dense items like oils, nuts, and cheese, are going to keep you on track. If you look at a serving of cashews, it's like 16 cashews. I don't know about you, but until I started tracking, I would just dump cashews into my hand or into the bowl and just start munching on them. So it's very important that not only are we tracking our foods, but we're weighing our foods out so we can get the most accurate information on the path to your success. And the last one, probably the most significant, is just cravings, right? Cravings for sugary or highly processed foods that can derail you off of the plan. Now, this is normal, and I'm not going to tell you to stop having those meals that you really enjoy. In the squad, we don't call them treat meals. It's just food. There is no good or bad. There is no, good for you and bad for you. There is healthy and maybe a little less healthy. That's really it. But everything is just food. So the solution for cravings would be focusing on whole, minimally processed foods like fruits, veggies, lean meats, whole grains, because those things are going to keep you fuller for longer. Another thing that you can do is just find healthy swaps. So satisfy your sweet cravings with healthier options. So instead of just reaching for the ice cream, maybe you're finding a lower calorie ice cream to have instead. Instead of just reaching for the candy, maybe you're freezing fruit and melting dark chocolate over it. That's an excellent way to create some homemade, high protein or sugary snacks that are going to keep you on track to your goals. And the main thing to do, oh my goodness, I left my water bottle in the car. Staying hydrated. Squad, sometimes you're just thirsty. Your stomach might be feeling a certain way, but we mainly mistaken hunger for thirst. So drink water throughout the day so that not only you're staying hydrated, but that's also going to keep you from overeating. Number 4 is going to be meal timing and consistency. The struggle is that people skip meals or they're inconsistent, which can affect not only your performance in the gym, your recovery, but also the results that you get on a continuous basis. So when it comes to meal timing and consistency, the things to overcome it, the solutions is number 1, plan ahead. Schedule your meals around your workouts to ensure that you're properly fueled and recovered. Squad, I can't tell you when to eat. I also can't tell you what to eat, but you know what your schedule is. You know what your day looks like on a weekly basis, so you can plan out your meals to keep yourself on track. Now, pre-workout, I would recommend eating a balanced meal with a little bit heavier on the carbohydrates and protein. And you want to have that about 1 to 2 hours before training so that your body has enough time to digest and give you that energy for your workout. After your workout, definitely refuel with proteins and carbs once again, but get in a little healthy fats because that's going to slow the digestion process down so that you can aid the recovery and muscle growth process. Okay, now you've watched this 13-minute video. What are the next steps? Now, once you nail down what your maintenance calories are, you've tracked your food for at least 2 weeks. You know what your macronutrient balance is. The last step is consistency. Again, track and adjust, track your progress and adjust your calories and macros where they're needed. That's when you'll check in with me week over week. If you're trying to cut fat, we will talk about it. We're gonna shoot for a slow and steady deficit of about 200 to 500 calories. If you're looking to build a little muscle, we're aiming for a small surplus to avoid unnecessary fat gain. It's the same 200 to 500 calories. Now, guys, I want you to stay tuned for the next part in this series where we're going to dive deeper into meal planning and how to actually structure your meals throughout the day with advanced nutrition strategies to help maximize your results in the gym. If you haven't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can watch this video over and over again. If you're in the squad, you'll find this video in the workout tab, so you can come back to this video as often as you would like to keep the information fresh in your mind. Don't let this be a one and done. This should be something that you're referencing on a bi-weekly or at the very minimum monthly basis so that you can get the results that you're after. What I want you to remember is that it's not hard, it's simply fitness.